RPTV Weekly News. I'm Kedar, and joining me today are Gabriel and Fred. Together, we bring you updates on stories that directly impact Regent Park and its surrounding areas. And in this episode, we delve into the latest news from February the 24th to March the 1st. Stay tuned for the latest updates and insights affecting our community.
Regent Park Community Health Center hosts Strengthening Our Roots, a celebration of Black History Month in Regent Park. Fred Victor celebrates Seed Swap and Black History Month at 40 Oak Street. Friends of Regent Park celebrates Family Day Skate. RPTV visits the Moss Park Consumption and Treatment Services Open House event. The St. Jamestown and Regent Park communities celebrate Black Bloom, Voices, and Dreams. Mayor Olivia Chow visits Second Harvest Food Bank for the launch of their Hungry for Change report. Police investigate death at Toronto Warming Center on February 27. New One Fair program begins on February 26, 2024 in the GTA. Events and jobs in Regent Park.
Strengthening Our Roots, a celebration of Black History Month in Regent Park. In the heart of Regent Park, a community recently came together for an unforgettable Black History Month youth and community mixer celebration during Strengthening Our Roots on February the 24th at the Daniel Spectrum 585 Dundas Street East. The event was hosted by Pathways to Education, Regent Park Community Health Center, and the RPNA. From captivating performances to engaging activities, the celebration highlighted the diverse contributions of Black Canadians. The event had delicious food, singers, and African drumming. Beyond entertainment, Strengthening Our Roots provided a platform to explore programs and services dedicated to enhancing Black health and mental well-being, fostering connections with local organizations committed to community growth and empowerment. The success of Strengthening Our Roots highlights the importance of community celebrations and fostering unity, embracing our shared heritage in Regent Park.
Hi guys, my name is Alvarado from Pathways Regent Park. I'm a student care support worker with the Pathways Education Regent Park program, and I just want to welcome you to the Black History Month Youth and Community Mixer called Strengthening Our Roots. This is our second event, our second annual one, and stay tuned for clips of us having fun.
My name is Justin Bob, and I'm the Executive Director of Peace Builders Canada. We're so proud to be here today supporting the Regent Park Community Health Center, Pathways, and all the amazing partners that are out in the community to celebrate Black History Month. For us, Black excellence doesn't only happen in February, but we're so proud to be here in the Regent Park community showing love in the month of February. There's been amazing performers. We had a wonderful fireside chat today with author Norman Nicholson, and honestly, when it comes to community work, it's the best place to do it.
In 2023, so last year, how many people died due to gun-related deaths? Zero. Okay, how did you know that?
I knew this because Halima, one of the best SPSWs in Pathways, told me this a couple weeks ago.
Woo! Thank you, Halima. Thank you.
Harvesting Community. Fred Victor's Seed Swap and Black History Month celebration. In a celebration of community and culture, Fred Victor, a leading social service charitable organization dedicated to empowering homeless and low-income people across Toronto, recently hosted a vibrant Seed Swap and Black History Month event at 40 Oak Street. On February 22nd, participants gathered to exchange seeds, engage in planting workshops led by Green Thumbs, and partake in an array of activities including music, African drumming, spoken word poetry, and children's activities by Early On. This event not only fostered connections, but also celebrated the rich diversity and resilience of the Regent Park community, highlighting the importance of such gatherings in promoting unity and empowerment. Hello, my name is Gabriel Meissner, and you are watching RPTV News. Today we are with
Aisha McIntosh.
and Aisharel. What is your position here at Fred Victor?
So my position is a community advocacy peer lead. I work with some of the peers and advocates at Fred Victor.
And what are we celebrating here today?
So today we are celebrating Black History Month. It's a 2-day event that we're having at our 40 Oak site. And we just finished our first event, so yeah.
Okay, very cool. And what were some of the things that happened today at the event?
So today we had a sense of community. There were a lot of diverse group of people that were here. We also did a keynote speaker who had relations and ties to different social injustices that are happening in the Black community. We've also had 2 spoken words writers and creators that came in and kind of helped to tie the event together. So that's what we did, and a band.
What do you think is the importance of celebrating Black History Month?
Well, I think the importance of celebrating Black History Month is to highlight some of the contributions that Black individuals in the past and currently has contributed to Canadian society. I'm happy that not only this month kind of highlights all of that, but it tends to bring together a sense of community, finding people or kind of getting insight into different individuals that you've probably never even known of, or what they have contributed to the Canadian society on a whole. So it was really good just kind of like bringing everybody together to help celebrate.
Yeah. Was there anything that stood out to you about this year's celebration that was maybe different from previous years?
What stood out to me, I'm always open to diversity in a sense of community. I think that like with Black history, I don't think it's necessarily that Black people specifically have to celebrate Black history. It's just like a different group of people coming together to kind of helping to celebrate some of the contributions that Black people have made to society or to their community in general. So I really like the sense of like diversity, the love, the vibes, everything was there. So yeah, it was pretty good. I like that.
My name is Ashrafi Ahmed.
And Ashrafi, what do you do here at Fred Victor?
So my role here, I'm the garden and food skill facilitator.
And what were you doing today?
So today we're celebrating Black History Month and Seed Swap celebration. So Seed Swap is our annual event. Every year we done during this time, either February or March, like before the garden season start. So Seed Swap, we are doing people sharing seed, exchange, and pick up seed. And this is really great for the community too.
And do people purchase the seeds, or is it done freely? Or
it's free. So we are part of the Toronto Seed Library. So we are Regent Park Seed Library. So anyone can come and pick up seed, or they can email me and request for what kind of seed they're looking for. And this event is free. So we also partnership different partner agency, Toronto Urban Growers, so they drop off some seed. So everything is free, so no cost.
And what sort of seeds? Are they morning glory seeds? Are they...
There is a different variety of seeds. So some are flower seed, and especially Regent Park have a history of urban growing. So people love to grow more food in sovereignty. So it's related with their food insecurity. So they love to grow more vegetables, herbs, and flower, because you can see all around Regent Park is so beautiful during the summer.
That it is. So who are some of the people involved in this seed swap?
So we have all around Regent Park, almost more than 200 plot. So all our gardener, we invite them to come, and also resident. And we don't say only gardener will come. So any resident who live in Regent Park, even some people coming from outside of Regent Park, and they can come, drop off the seed, and they also pick up the seed. So they are all gardener. And it's not mandatory they have to be Fred Victor gardener. So anyone who live in Regent Park or outside of Regent Park, everyone can come and pick up their seed.
Oh, very nice. And what was the inspiration behind this initiative?
Oh, this is like we find out when couple years before we have a first time this event, we find out people are not bringing seed for exchange, but they love to pick up the seed. Because during the COVID, everything is priced up. And from last 2 years, not enough seed for everywhere. So we save our seed from our garden, end of the garden season. We encouraging our gardener. And also we buy some seed from like large batch vendors, and we sharing with our gardener. And we also encouraging some other partner and see they're not inside Regent Park partner. They're from all around GTA. So they also coming, like today you saw Food Share coming, Green Thumb Growings, there are local partner agencies. So everyone coming, like, share their, what they reserved from last fall. Yeah.
Okay, very interesting. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Thank you.
And why did you decide to incorporate that with Black History Month?
Because I just believe Black community also have a great history about planting. They have a history about some specific seed I learned when I first started, and few of my Black gardeners. So they love Kalalu. They love Three Sister planting, so they love some their traditional seed. So that's why I think why we do the same month to different event. We can do it together, so then we can help each other and we can celebrate like a seed swap through the Black History Month.
Gliding together. Regent Park's Family Day Skate Celebration. Friends of Regent Park, a beloved grassroots organization deeply rooted in our neighborhood, recently hosted its annual Family Day skating event. Held this past Saturday, February the 17th from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. at the Regent Park Ice Rink located at 480 Shooter Street. The event was a celebration of togetherness and winter fun. Attendees were treated to a lively atmosphere with the DJ spinning tunes, hot beverages to keep you warm, engaging activities, and a cozy bonfire where marshmallows could be roasted and stories being shared. Thanks to the City of Toronto Skate Lending Library, residents had access to free skates, helmets, skating aids, ensuring that everyone could join in the fun. It was a delightful opportunity for Regent Park families and friends to come together, enjoy the winter weather, and create cherished memories. I was at this event speaking with community members in Regent Park and capturing the essence and heartwarming moments shared at the Friends of Regent Park Family Day skating event.
Hi, my name is Leonard Schwartz, and I am here celebrating with everyone on this Saturday, Family Day Saturday, the first day of the long Family Day weekend. Today is February the 17th, 2024, and we'd like to thank everyone for coming out, especially Kedar from Regent Park Television, who is filming me, and all the people having a lot of fun. The kids, the older people, people who've never skated before, people who are brand new to Canada and are getting their fun in this winter, because, you know, Canada is a pretty cold country, so it's good to be active even when the weather isn't so agreeable. Although today is actually a beautiful sunny day. It's cold, but sunny, and we're having a blast on the ice rink. And we wanted to thank the host, FORP, that's Friends of Regent Park. And we also want to thank a lot of the supporting agencies. Humanity Charity, who has donated the food, Tim Hortons for the coffee and Timbits, and we have the Regent Park Community Health Center, the Regent Park Wellness Center, and a lot of other companies have supported us. So thank you very much. Enjoy the winter and have a blast.
Hi, the community residents in our Regent Park. My name is Zhu Yan. I'm a mom of 2 kids, and today I know this event from my friend, and then I came here. They have the hot chocolate, they have the dessert, and also a lot of children and family come here. They come to the ice rink to do the skating. Unfortunately, I don't know how to skate, but a lot of people look like a very professional. And then some volunteers come here today, and there will be the food served at 2:45 p.m. today. So I hope more families can come here and enjoy. And there's a house here, so that can be a good place for you to stay warm. Good for you. Okay, see you next time. Bye.
And I can get a perfect background for you.
Hi. This is what Regent Park is all about. Today is just a perfect example of people of all ages and backgrounds coming together to have a great time, skating, learning to skate, eating, music, roasting marshmallows, simple pleasures, and I am so happy to live here.
Today is the skating. Today is the skating. Everybody come and enjoy. There's lots of people. We have sweets, coffee, hot chocolate. So it's a great day. So
candy for the kids.
Come and have candies. Thank you, Mashida.
And we have a health and wellness support here. Please come and join and get your support right now, right here at the 480 Sugar Street, I believe.
And the skating ring at Regent Park.
I'm Joanne, and I live just across the field over there, and I'm here today because I was born and raised in Bermuda, and this is obviously not something that we do. My partner's also from Bermuda, but our child was born here, and she's determined she's going to skate, so I figured I better skate too. So this is a great opportunity for us to get out here and practice. And it would be wonderful if we had rental skates here all the time for our neighbors, so keep that in mind. And yeah, it's wonderful to have Family Day here. I was surprised that we had Adrian, his DJing is always on point. And the marshmallow roasting, so sweet. So thank you to whoever is making this kind of stuff happen. We are extremely happy to be here. Regent Park TV. Regent Park TV. Thank you.
Embracing Black Futures, St. Jamestown and Regent Park unite for Black Bloom celebration. St. Jamestown and Regent Park recently came alive with the vibrant spirit of Black Future Month as they celebrated Black Bloom, an event dedicated to amplifying Black voices, dreams, and aspirations, held on February 28, 2024 at the Wesley Community Center. The gathering offered an enriching experience featuring cultural artists, musicians, and culinary delights. More than just a celebration, Black Bloom fostered community connectivity, spotlighted grassroots initiatives, and empowered Black entrepreneurship through panel discussions and showcases. Organized by the St. Jamestown Community Corner, the Center for Advancing the Interests of Black People, Dixon Hall, and other partners, the event symbolized a collective effort to embrace and uplift the rich diversity of the Black African and Caribbean communities in St. Jamestown and Regent Park.
Amela from St. Jamestown Community Corner, a client engagement. Happy to be part of this event. I've been planning the Black History, and today specifically we did say future, so we can understand and we can empower our community. We want to engage and we want to connect them so they can be empowered and also represent themselves in the community in a successful way. So today, the inspiration for today specifically is it's more of voices, dreams, and the community bloom. So that's why I'm here today. And I'm always happy to be part of anything that brings optimistic, brings some light, so we can always do our best to our community, so we can have to engage our community the best. Yeah. So we have about 18 organizations and grassroots and local people. Learn for Fun, 3,000. They have coloring books. And we also have Center of Black People Interest from THC. And then we Toronto Community Housing. And then we also have La Paselle. And we have Toronto for Community Network. And we also have Cabbage Town Community Center also with us. We have amazing project here, Black Health Access Connect, that's led by Vandisa. And we have amazing project, amazing business people that starting their own business as well, just like Unique with her organization that for cleaning and painting. And then we also have we have a lot of organization, just to say. And then we also have Sherburne House organization with us, also celebrating this. And we have Sick Kids also with us in this and we have Dixon Hall, TNG, the neighborhood organization group. All of them came here to celebrate, and we also connect and have network with our community members. This is what I think it's a community would look like. It means a lot for me as a person from the Black community, representing and trying to see the barriers and despite of biases, despite the barriers, and ending the anti-oppressive, really showing ourselves in the field and in the world in a very powerful way, just like our amazing leaders that have represented us, just like Malcolm X, Nelson Mandela, and so many of them. We want to just continue and see more people that they're already there, and some people, new people coming to be successful and to represent the Black community.
I'm Greg Gary. I'm the Executive Director of BGC Toronto Kiwanis. Most of the community would know us as K-Club. And we also now I'm the Executive Director of the newly reopened Cabbage Town Youth Center and Boxing Club, which is also in the St. Jamestown community. This event was put on by the community in St. Jamestown. It's significant, I think. Number one, I think it brings the entire community together. There's so much diversity up here, and there's so many organizations doing really good things that it gives everybody a chance to be in the same room and to celebrate their diversity and to really make sure that we all kind of figure out a way to work together. So it's been important to me to be a part of this, and I'm excited about what we're doing at the Cabbage Town Youth Center, as I'm sure everybody else in the room is, so I get an opportunity to talk about it a little bit. But we're excited about getting folks to start to come to the center, experience some of the programming we're doing, and also maybe we can find ways where other community organizations can use the facility for some of their activities as well. So really thank you, Regent Park Focus, for a chance to say hello and a chance to kind of talk about this great event today.
My name is Sage Matuzolele from Congo. I love Canada. I love people stay in Canada. I have one thing. Everyone has problem. If you have your problem, you need to call me. I love to see you every day. Canada, when I see you, I am happy. I love to see you every day. Canada, Toronto, I see you, I am happy. Everybody has problem. If you have your problem, you need to call me. Thank you so much.
Exploring the Moss Park Consumption and Treatment Services at Open House event. On February 26th, community members were invited to explore the Moss Park CTS facility located at 134 Sherburne Street. The event aimed to provide insight into the crucial services offered by Moss Park CTS, including naloxone training, safe needle disposal demonstrations, site tours, and chill space activities. As an integral part of Toronto's healthcare landscape, Moss Park CTS plays a pivotal role in addressing the needs of vulnerable populations in the city. The Moss Park CTS, originally initiated by the Toronto Overdose Prevention Society, has evolved into a vital resource for the community under the stewardship of the South Riverdale Community Health Centre. With an exemption from Health Canada and funding from the Government of Ontario, Moss Park CTS offers a spectrum of services ranging from hepatitis C clinics to harm reduction initiatives. Amidst rising overdose rates, exacerbated by the COVID-19 pandemic, Moss Park CTS stands as a beacon of hope, saving lives and promoting health through its overdose prevention and supervised consumption services. The success and impact of the Moss Park Consumption and Treatment Services underscore its indispensable role in addressing the overdose crisis and providing vital healthcare services to marginalized communities. Aaron and Brian guided RPTV reporter Fred Alvarado through a tour and demonstration, providing first-hand insight into the invaluable work of the CTS.
Welcome to Moss Park Consumption and Treatment Service. This initiative actually started in Moss Park in 2017 as an unsanctioned overdose prevention site. So that's where I started working in Moss Park. I was one of the volunteer nurses for the OPS. And that was the first supervised consumption service in Ontario. And it was run by, I think there were 150 volunteers, Toronto Overdose Prevention Society and the Toronto Harm Reduction Alliance were organizing it. And they set up tents to do overdose prevention. And that sort of pushed the government to expedite opening sanctioned sites. So we operated in the park for a year. And then our service was sort of like adopted by South Riverdale Community Health Centre. And we moved indoors. And we have electricity, running water, all things that we didn't have in the park. And we've been in this space since 2018. And we do supervised injection, and we respond to overdoses in this space, and we do a million other things as well. So the room that we're in right now is the injection space. So this is where people will come with their pre-obtained drugs to inject, or they could also snort their drugs. We don't have an exemption for smoking drugs, but there's a big push in the province to increase exemptions for that. But in this space, it is not illegal to be in possession of drugs. That's what makes it a safe place for people to come and use their pre-obtained drugs. And then we have staff who are folks with lived experience, people who use drugs, have used drugs, have that expertise that you can only know by living it. And we also have nurses, and we have a chiropodist that comes once a month. We have nurse practitioners that come 2 times a week. We have people with social work backgrounds. We have lots of, we have a wide, broad skill set to try to meet the needs of folks who come here. So we have many visitors a month. I think around 60 injection visits a month at this time is about our average. A day, sorry, 60 injection visits a day. And so folks come, they do their shot. If they overdose, we're here to respond. We are able to respond mostly with our oxygen interventions, and we very rarely have to use naloxone, which folks appreciate because naloxone can make you go into withdrawal, and it can be a very uncomfortable experience. So one thing that we love to do is to train people on overdose response and how to use naloxone kits, because of course overdoses happen out in the community all the time, and we want as many people as possible to be trained in how to respond to save each other's lives. So the kits look like this. They come with gloves.
Right.
Always good to protect yourself from body fluids. They come with a mask. And you can see the mask shows you exactly how to use it so that you can give mouth to somebody. With this in between, and the filter helps protect you from anything that might be in their airway system.
It restricts things from coming back.
And vice versa, exactly. So you can put that, and then if the person's lying on their back, chin up, head back.
Open the jaw.
Yeah, you want to make sure there's nothing in the mouth, because of course that'll be a barrier. Because airway management is super important. And in these little kits, they also come with directions about what to do. So you see somebody lying on the ground, the first thing you're going to do is make sure they're not just sleeping. So you're going to say, hey, are you okay? Hey, are you all right? And then if they're just sleeping, they might wake up and be like, yeah, I'm fine, you can go. And you'll be like, okay. But a big tell if someone is having an overdose or that they've stopped breathing is that their color changes. So if someone is blue, purple, very ashen colored, you have a good indication that they have stopped breathing or they're not breathing enough and it's time to do an intervention. Ideally, you'll have a couple people helping you if you can. In a downtown space, often, even if you're walking alone, there's people around, you can say, hey, come over here, can you call 911? That's gonna be your first thing, is to call 911 and get them on the phone. And they will always direct you as well. But in this case, you also happen to have your naloxone kit. So, you know your person's not breathing because their color is really bad. You can give a couple of breaths, try to give a couple of breaths here. If you can get some oxygen into them, that's great. And then your next thing you're going to want to do is to prepare some naloxone. So I have the injection kit here, and we're going to just flick it to get all the liquid in the bottom part. And then you're going to find your little gray dot, and you're going to break it open. Can you show me how to do that? Perfect. All right, now we can put that down. Get our needle ready.
I like to think of this as opening up a cheese string. So everybody knows that as a kid. If you're not too old. Usually I tighten this up and we open it up. Now, I like to do this because inexperienced people will just jam the needle in and think they're doing the right thing. When in doubt, they're going to damage the tip of this needle. And what happens is, when you're stabbing someone's leg with this after you're injecting, it's going to end up bruising them or even giving them an infection. So, what we do is to resist from doing that, we use this little window here on the side of the glass jar, stick the needle in, and I use that little window as a guide. I'd be looking from this way, but I'll use the camera's view. And I'm slowly sucking this juice up until we get 1 mil, and which will be the whole jar. And once that jar is empty, you will hear a slurp and probably a couple more. And then now we're full, as you can see. Now we're going to adjust this by taking the air out and preparing it for injection. And we're ready.
Okay, now if you've had a couple people helping you with this, hopefully someone was doing the airway management as well and giving breaths while somebody else is preparing the naloxone.
And calling 911.
And another big thing, what else do we have to check for? We want to check for a pulse also.
Yeah.
If we know a person's not breathing, we want to check to make sure they do have a pulse. So we can check in the neck, or we can check in the wrist. We want to make sure the person has a pulse. If the person has a pulse, we can continue with supporting the airway, giving them breaths, and administering naloxone. If they don't have a pulse, you're going to go straight to chest compressions. And that's a different scenario, and you're going to let 911 know that you're doing chest compressions. But in this scenario, we're going to say the person has a strong pulse. So we're giving air. We've drawn up in our lock zone.
Yeah.
And then how do we know where to give it?
And you're going to show them.
So there's two good options, and the needles will go through clothes within reason. So a big puffy jacket might not go through, or if someone has a lot of layers on, it might be hard. But generally, it can go through clothing. So you want to go in the delt or in the quad. So that's the muscle, the quad. If you're going to go on the arm, what I always do is I feel for the articulation of the shoulder bone, and then I do 2 fingers, and then that's my sweet spot. That's where I'm going to put the injection. We're aiming to go into muscle. We give that injection, and it would look something like what? We're just going to use an orange.
Yep. Basically, there's no real trick to this. You just put it into the muscle, right? And slowly inject it. And your job will be finished, and within 3-4 minutes, you'll have a response.
Yeah.
Maybe even earlier.
So you give that injection. You're going to note the time, or ask somebody to note the time.
And close this up for safety of people around you, which
Yep.
is an easy flex up. Now no one can be injured or diseased.
So you get that in the lock zone in, you're going to take note of the time. You're going to wait for 3 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes. If you don't have a response in that time, you give another dose. Hopefully by that time, you'll have an ambulance with you to get that additional support, but that's what you're going to do. You're going to give a dose every 3 to 5 minutes until you get a response from the person. And if the person wakes up, put them in recovery position on their side. That just helps in case they're throwing up because of the naloxone. It can put people into withdrawal, so they might be throwing up. You want to make sure that they're in a good position where they won't swallow it or start choking on it. And those are the basics. That's the basic overdose response.
Police investigate death at Toronto Warming Centre on February 27th. Police are investigating the death of a man at one of the city's warming centres. Investigators were called to the Respite Center at 75 Elizabeth Street just before 2 a.m. on February 27th for reports that 3 men were fighting in the area. As a result, 1 man was pronounced dead. So far, police have made 1 arrest in the case. However, it's not immediately clear what charges that person is facing.
Mayor Olivia Chow visits Second Harvest Food Bank for the launch of their Hungry for Change report. Mayor Olivia Chow addressed urgent concerns at Second Harvest Food Bank's launch of their Hungry for Change report, revealing a projected 30% surge in demand for food charity in Toronto. The report, based on a survey of 1,480 non-profit organizations, underscores the critical challenges facing food banks and shelters. Mayor Chow emphasized the need for immediate action to address poverty and food insecurity, highlighting the pivotal role of affordable housing in shaping a caring and inclusive city.
I'm honored to be here at Second Harvest. I have long history, even in the 80s, when I was a school trustee with Second Harvest. And it's Second Harvest is Canada's largest food rescue organization. I remember doing your first fundraising in a Chinese banquet hall and persuading some of the Chinese big restaurant to take their leftover food so it to be rescued. When I come to an event like this, I always think of my mom, who a few years ago passed away in the 90s. She believed that no one should go to bed hungry. So when I first became a city councillor in the City of Toronto children's advocate, that's quite a while ago, I asked all the children across the city, what would you do if you are mayor? And I get these, I built another CN Tower, I want more, yes, CN Tower, more playground, play space, a few that are, you know, nice school yard and that kind of thing. But I remember one that is called Sylvia. She did a drawing, she's 5 years old. And it's a mom with a shopping bag with several kids, stick drawing. And then her teacher helped her write down what she wanted to say. And she said that she would like to ask God for more money to buy groceries. Here's a kid that have experienced hunger. In a land as rich as Toronto, Ontario, Canada, you're right, Pastor Eddie, no one should have to ask God for money to buy groceries. No kid should go to bed hungry. No person should go to bed hungry. And yet, a kid like Ariana, who escaped violence in her home country, comes to Canada, can make do, even though find some housing, but the rent is so high that she and her mom has to go and get the food bank to get food. 2 buses, hour and a half each way. And I'm imagining what would happen if she's one of the 50% that gets turned away. I am sure she is one of the 100,000 new people that needs the food bank. In fact, a third of the people that use food bank are in fact children. That's why when I was a counselor way back, I started the Children Nutrition Program. It has grown. It's now feed 230,000 kids in school across the city. That's 42.7 million meals. And this year budget, I added $1.6 million more into this program just to keep up with food inflation. And I'm committed to do a lot more so that we can expand this program even more. And as we see in today's data, the nonprofit sector we've relied on to fill the gap might not be able to keep up. And it's hard if 50% of the people on the waiting list that you have to turn away, your heart sank. It's hurtful when you say no because you don't have the food. And it's a big 30% increase in demand. And a big reason other than the inflation is the horrible cost, the outrageously high cost of rent. We have a housing crisis in our country and in our city because for 30 years we have not built any affordable housing. That's the core of it. Because if people don't have to pay so much in rent, they will have some money left over for food. Then they wouldn't have to, like tonight, 11,000 people live in a shelter, a city shelter, because they can't afford to pay rent. Sorry? All right, I'll stop being so angry about it. The mic is reacting. Which is why, as your mayor, I'm committed to building more housing. We have to build housing. We have to build affordable housing. And I have in this budget, we have included 1,300 more units on rent geared to income housing, more affordable housing, more support for renters through programs to prevent evictions, because when you're evicted, you're lost. You don't know what to do. More housing benefits. The housing benefits that are housing some of the refugees moving from shelters, you've seen them, right? Moving from shelters into actual homes, permanent homes. So they can get back on their feet, so they could get the work permit, they could work. And we are doing all of that, but it's not enough. And we have a grant program, a big increase on the funding for grant programs, so food security programs, community kitchens, food banks, cooking classes, you name it, bringing communities together to grow food, and that received a tremendous boost in the grants program. By making rent more affordable, making life more affordable, we can give people stability in their homes and more hope for the future. Pastor Eddie, you're right. It's not just giving them food. It is giving them the confidence, the power within themselves to say that I too can work for change. I too am hungry for change. Thank you to Second Harvest for your important work through the years in fighting food insecurity, the enlightening research into the challenges the nonprofit sector is facing this year, supporting people. I look forward to working with you to address the root causes of poverty, of food insecurity. We are hungry for change. We're hungry to end poverty, to end food insecurity. We're hungry for food justice. We have to do this together because we are always stronger together. We're partners together. And together we can build a city that is more affordable, more caring, safer, where everyone, whether they use any food security or not, where they are from, it does not matter. Where they all feel they belong, they could contribute, where they could see results when we're hungry for change.
New One Fare program begins on Monday, February 26, 2024 in the GTA. Double fares for thousands of Toronto and GTA transit riders are now a thing of the past. Starting Monday, if you transfer between the TTC and other GTA transit agencies, you will only be charged one fare. This will bring the TTC in line with other GTA transit operators, including Go Transit and local transit partners in Brampton, Mississauga, and York Region, which went to a one-fare system 2 years ago. UP Express, the airport rail link connecting Union Station to Toronto Pearson International Airport, is not included in the one-fare program due to added technical requirements that would have prolonged the rollout according to the TTC. When traveling between systems, riders will be charged the price of the more expensive fare when they tap a Presto credit or debit card, or Presto in Google Wallet. Riders must tap on and off using the same card to get the single fare rate.
Events and job opportunities in Regent Park community. And now for events in the community. Yonge Street Mission invites you to Community Impact Jam on March the 6th from 5 to 8 p.m. at 306 Gerrard Street East. Help shape YSM's community development tools. Learn about YSM offers to your residence group, grassroots organizations, or agencies. Meals, honoraria, and childcare will be provided. Mothers of Peace, Innis College Urban Studies Program and Center of Learning and Development invites you to Designing for Regent Park and Planning for Change presentation on March the 5th from 6 to 8 p.m. at 660 Dundas Street East, 3rd floor. Join a discussion exploring the impact of Regent Park's revitalization on our community's perception of safety, led by Sarah Abdullah. Sarah currently completing her Master's of Science in Planning at the University of Toronto, born and raised in Regent Park. Much of her passion for planning has come from lived experiences, and for more information, please contact Saraya at ccld.org. TCHC and Tridel invites you to Regent Park Community Update Meeting happening on February the 29th from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Regent Park Community Center at 402 Shooter Street. You will hear updates from Regent Park Phases 1 to 5, upcoming buildings, community engagement, jobs and training, and relocation and returns. Childcare and dinner will be provided. Regent Park Cafe, now open. Operational hours Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. at 585 Dundas Street East at the Daniel Spectrum. Open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Join the Regent Park Cafe and support local entrepreneurs. Dixon Hall and Daniel Spectrum presents the Multilingual Community Resource Hub starting February the 7th, 2024, every Wednesday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Daniel Spectrum Building. There will be assistance with resumes and cover letters, application assistance, oral translations, informations, and referrals for Canadian health and care system, housing, and government aids. Mental Health Matters presents Free the Sisterhood Self-Defense. Learn about self-defense, mental health, financial literacy, and sexual education. Starting March the 1st, 2024, every Friday until June the 14th, from 6 to 7:30 p.m. at 529 Jarvis Street. And that's all for today's show, folks. My name is Kedar, and my co-hosts are Gabriel and Fred. We would also like to thank our team of researchers that contributed for this week's show. And from our studios at Focus Media Arts Center, thanks for watching, and we'll see you all next week.
Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And please follow our social media platforms. For more information, check out our website.